morning to everyone out there. Paul Sinopiatas, aka NGRU Storm, welcome you back to another live stream. Welcome. I can't talk this morning. I guess it's because it's a little cooler here in Louisiana than it normally is this time of year. They're just dealing with more cold than what we're used to. And I know those of you who live in northern states are saying, oh, you guys are nothing but you guys are big babies crowd about. Well, you know, I've lived in northern states before, and what I've found is I do better with the cold down here than most folks in Louisiana. See, we get just a touch of snow and the whole state shuts down. It's crazy, and we've got another cold wave coming in. I don't think there's going to be any snow, but wouldn't surprise me if there was. The last snow that we got was pretty amazing. But today, what I want to do in stream is talk about the things that I have listed in the title. I want to talk about the new patch for Diablo 4 Season 7 that's coming out this Tuesday. I want to talk about gambling with the blacksmith. Ooh, that's a biggie. And I want to talk about how I have found a way around the drop nerfs that are just abundant this season. Now, I'm talking specifically gear. I really haven't found a good way to get around the rune nerf, the rune drop nerfs that have been graciously given to us by the devs over at Blizzard. So let's jump into game and let's begin to talk about some of the things that we had said we were going to talk about. Before I get started, guys, please remember, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and hit the notification bell. If you do that, it really helps me out, not just with, hey, building subscribers, which I would very much like to do, but it also helps with the YouTube algorithm, which will get me out there and help you guys with some of the information that I provide. Now, I will be the first to admit I am not the end-all, know-all when it comes to this kind of stuff. I get my information from different sources, just like every other streamer out there does. So, loading screen, and we will jump into it. All right. February 17th. Wow, February has screamed by. I've got some work I've got to do in the office today, so I'm going to have to try to make this a little bit quick, and we'll go from there. All right, so let's talk about the patch notes. So this is a patch that's supposed to come on Tuesday, actually tomorrow, and I am getting my information from same place that I always get my information from, who are very, very reliable, maxroll.gg. So I'm going to read from their listing of the patch notes. I'm sure that they have pulled this directly from the Blizzard website, and just to let you know, they are working really hard to update their build guides. You know, Season of Witchcraft is here, and the maxroll.gg team, they're really working hard, like I said, to update their Season 7 build guides. And I have a feeling, this is just the beginning as they continually update content for the Season of Witchcraft to reveal secrets that we don't know. So Blizzard showcased the Diablo 4 Season 7 space 2.1.2 patch notes that were planned on February 18th, and that's going to be coming up tomorrow. So let's talk about the patch notes. So for the Vessel of Hatred, there's been a couple of bug fixes. They fixed an issue where the Bloodhorn boss at the end of the Forgotten Remains dungeon could become unkillable when transitioning to the second phase of the encounter. That's a good thing. I'm glad they're staying on top of this. They also fixed an issue where portable anvils created by a scroll of forging could prevent interaction with other interactable objects if placed near one. So that's a positive thing. All right, so let's get on with the base game changes that they have, that the folks at Blizzard, the devs at Blizzard, have seen, and they're doing their best to update. Now, from what I have seen in different areas of, and my big source on this is not just the web, but also YouTube and other content creators who are really, really amazing. Shout out to all of them. They all work hard to do what they do. I wish each and every one of them well. So let's talk about the game updates for the season of Witchcraft. A new Nightmare Dungeon affix has been added to guarantee a forgotten altar spawn. This affix will only be an option on Nightmare Dungeon sigils for the remainder of the season of Witchcraft. Now, we have all, I think everyone who plays Diablo at some point or another has, raised their voice about these altars and how they don't appear, and how the draught of whispers, the little bottle that you drink, yum yum, good stuff, makes your eyes go woo woo, and then you find an altar, not. So everyone's kind of complained about this. Everybody has raised their voice and said, hey guys, it is really difficult to find these altars. They don't pop up when they should. One of the solutions was to run it was folks running a specific dungeon. The name I don't remember. Please forgive me. I've got at 61 years old, I have an acute case of CRS. Can't remember shit. And I think it was the Hoarfrost Demise Dungeon. There we go. It just kind of popped into my head. Sometimes it takes a little bit for the gears to get rolling. But what folks would do was go in and run this on T4, and they would run the first 2 loops of the dungeon. There's an upstairs loop, then you take a ladder, you go downstairs, and there's another loop. They would run these 2 loops. If they did not see an altar, they would exit the dungeon and then reset dungeons and go back in and do it again. Usually within 2 to 3 hours you can find all of the quote-unquote lost witchcraft powers. But I mean, why should we have to do that as players? Why should we have to resort to actually gaming the system? Do you follow what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's not a cheat, it's not an exploit, but we're actually having to game the system to get these altars. By adding this, Blizzard has done the community a great service. So thank you, Blizzard, for doing this. It's going to help out newer players who are coming in, and for older players who have already gotten all their witchcraft powers, I think everybody's sitting around with a smile on their face saying, hey, thanks guys, it's about time. So let's continue on with the patch notes. All right. Now, where were we? Okay, up here at the top. Dorian the Raven, introduced in the Season of Witchcraft, has welcomed you to his unkindness. You may now pet him. So for those of you who are new to the game, there is... Now, what am I doing with a dog instead of Dorian? Now, that's really weird. But let me show you what I'm talking about. So let's see if the pooch will follow. The pooch does follow. Okay, so if you go into your emotes and you're standing near your pet, you can say hello.
Hello.
Hang on, let me face the pet and see if it's going to work. Let's try this again. Try it one more time. Oop.
Greetings.
There you go. So you see, you can actually reach down and pet your dog, which is pretty cool. I mean, that's a great thing. But for those of us who have Dorian, and that is completing everything for Season of the Witch, and that includes, hang on and I will show you, if you go to map, and let me see, no, I think is it map? Here I am going blank on something I shouldn't be going blank on. No, it's not map. Okay, there is view the reward board. That's not it. I think it's because I have completed everything, but okay, view rewards. That's not it. Dang it. I have seen this before and I cannot remember for my life where it is. Anyway, let's talk about it. So just as you go through and you get your seasonal rewards as you come up in level, There's also chapters through the season that you are required to complete to get Dorian. And Dorian can be accessed through your wardrobe. So that's a real simple fix. Come up here. Let's go over to your wardrobe. Okay. And then we can go down to pets, select on the pet, and here's Dorian. There's the pet that you get for completing the season. We're going to go back. We're going to confirm the look. Why is he holding that in his hand? That makes absolutely no sense. I know what's happened here. I know exactly what's happened here. All right, guys, give me 2 seconds. So, yeah, it's Renarius. Okay, so that's what's happened. Okay, give me 2 seconds here, guys. I pulled a real brain fart here. Let me go to game. We're going to leave game. I went into the wrong character. That's what you get for being old. Duh. Okay, let's try it now. Valerius. That's the new character. That's my seasonal character. But it probably was a good thing because I showed you how you could actually pet the head of your little critter. Now, with Dorian, you couldn't do that. There's no way. Boy, that woman ugly. Cool. If I saw that in an alley, I would pee myself and run the other direction going, Mama! I think everybody would. I don't care who you are. You think you're tough, but if you saw something like that in real life, yeah, you'd be filling your drawers. Okay, let's trip back to Saragar here. I'm actually at the Tree of Whispers. There we go. Back to Saragar. And yes, I bought it. I had to. I liked the new portal that they offered for the Necros. Everything there is just, we all spend a little bit of money on the game, and at least it's not a pay-to-win situation. It's more the case of cosmetic. And I see it this way. Cosmetics are all fine and good. If you can't afford them, you can't afford them. And there's nothing, absolutely nothing wrong with that. I, on the other hand, am blessed, even though I'm not currently working, I am blessed to have a little cash on hand, and I can, invest in some of these cosmetic appearances that are offered by the Blizzard team, the developer team, the art team. So that's why, I have the wonderful freaky portal with the floating skull and glowing eyes. That's why I'm wearing the Beauty and Sin outfit. I still wish the Blizzard team would take some of these tattoo patterns that they have for the characters and offer them in t-shirts. I would so buy one with the tattoo pattern that my Necro has on it. I thought about, doing one myself. It shouldn't be that hard. Paintbrush, a little bleach, a black t-shirt, and have fun. Yeah, you could probably do it, but it probably wouldn't look as good as if it was professionally done by the dev team at Blizzard who have access to the artwork. But anyway, getting back to what we were talking about. You can't pet Dorian, You can face Dorian. You can look at him directly. You can say hello to him.
Greetings.
And the bird just sits there and looks at you. So they have, coming this Tuesday, we will now be able to pet Dorian. Does it do anything for you? Oh, hell no. It's just an emote, nothing more. There were rumors in earlier seasons of Diablo 4 and Vessel of Hatred that if you took the time to pet your pet before you ran a boss, you would get better drops. That was a crock. Everybody knows it was a crock, Maybe it was just some kind of coincidence that somebody petted their dog and they actually got a 4 GA drop or something along those lines. But that does not make any difference. Moving forward, the tooltip for decay augmentation has been adjusted from referencing quote-unquote effects to quote-unquote powers to clarify that the decay augmentation specifically works off witch powers and not anything modified by a witch power. All right, let's get into some of the miscellaneous that they've done. The change in patch 2.1.1 that prevented movement while channeling the druid's lacerate skill has been reverted. Now, here's the developer's note on that. We've heard feedback about how this change limited the desired functionality of lacerate. The change has been reversed, and we're considering further improvements for lacerate in the future. So for those of you folks who are big druid fans, you have druid tunes, this is good news for you. Let's get into some bug fixes. This is an accessibility fix. Fixed an issue where the social filter button was not read by the screen reader. So just improvement there, quality of life. This one, these fixes, or these parts of the patch, are specifically for the Season of Witchcraft. 1. They fixed an issue where the counter didn't properly display Harvest Whisper progress. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that I know what they're talking about. So let's jump to a map, and let's jump to under the Fat Goose Inn. I'm not going to be doing anything major there, but what I want to show you is this counter that they're actually talking about. So let's get over there. It's going to take a second to get there. You know how things do. Oh, me. I like the way the character came out. It looks pretty good. Okay. Now, if you look in the upper right-hand portion of the screen here, okay, where you see the mini-map, immediately to the left of it, you see the thorny diamond-shaped counter with the purple ooze in it. I am more than just reasonably sure that this is exactly what they were talking about. They fixed an issue where the counter didn't properly display Harvest Whisper progress. So that's actually a pretty cool thing. We appreciate that, guys. They fixed an issue where the Hex of Whispers cleansed active ritual effects from a root hole encounter. I like that one too. Fixed an issue where the unique Coven Crate did not always grant a unique item. And with the season drop nerfs that have been implemented, that is very important. Now, granted, when it comes to, drops and that kind of thing, the one thing that you can do is go and run the bosses. And for those of you who are new, we're talking about the Echo of Varshan, who lives in the Malignant Burrow, okay? We're talking about Grigor, the Galvanic Saint, who lives in the Hall of the Penitent. We're talking about the Beast in the Ice, who lives in the Glacial Fissure. We're talking about Lord Zir, who lives in the Darkened Way. We're talking about Duriel, the King of Maggots, who lives in the Gaping Crevasse. Yeah, I'm silent about that one, because Duriel lives in the Bubo, the butthole of Sanctuary, and I like the way they got the Gaping Crevasse. Really, guys? And then on Dariel as well, who lives in Hanged Man's Hall. So that fix is a real help. Now, you can go to any one of these bosses, you can run them, and you're going to get uniques. You even have a chance to get a mythic there. But if it says it's going to drop a unique and it doesn't drop a unique, man, that is frustrating. That is not a cool thing, but they have fixed the issue where the unique Coven Crate didn't always grant a unique item. Thank you, guys. We appreciate that. Fixed an issue where the reward cache for finishing Chapter 4 of the Seasonal Journey incorrectly stated that it would reward a Scroll of Restoration. Scrolls of Restoration are quite important in the game. So let me slip over here and see if I have any on me, which I do not. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slip up here to my cache, and we're going to move over a little bit. And lo and behold, there is a Scroll of Restoration. So for those of you who are new to the game, when you get an item and you've decided that you're going to come over here and you're going to do some tempering, you only have a limited number of tempers before you can no longer temper that item again. And that creates a little bit of a problem for the player, simply because of the fact you're trying to get a temper that you want. With a scroll of restoration, you can restore all the tempering charges to the specific item that you're trying to temper, and you can go at it again, because we all know that you can't always get the temper that you would like to get. Same thing with changing an affix. Sometimes you end up spending a whale of a ton of a buttload of a metric shit ton of your gold trying to get the affix that you want. So the scroll of restoration there being being available to you is really, really, really important. Okay, now on to the next one. Fixed an issue with a seasonal journey objective for earning 750 Aether in a single Infernal Hordes run would not be achieved if the final amount of Aether was earned through an Infernal offer. Okay, that's interesting. They fixed an issue where the season journey objective for defeating lair bosses while in party would reset after defeating a lair boss while not in a party. It's supposed to count for everybody, guys. They saw it, they went ahead, and they fixed it. They fixed an issue where exposed roots could rarely fail to spawn during shepherd bounties in headhunt zones. And for those of you who are running the headhunts constantly, which I have started to do again, that is a real bonus. Fixed an issue where the headhunt HUD timer would not be removed if the player teleported into Infernal Hordes from a headhunt zone. Simple coding oversight. Guys, thank you so very much for fixing that. Also, they fixed an issue where monsters could spawn in towns near an active headhunt zone in certain circumstances. I personally have never seen that, but it was seen by other players. It was brought to the dev team's attention, and they jumped on it, and they got it taken care of. Okay, the next is gameplay fixes. Okay, so starting at the top. Fixed an issue with a unique power roll for Fractured Winterglass, the Malefic Crescent, and Ariet's Bearing did not benefit from greater affixes and could roll lower than expected. Now here's the developer's note on this one. This fix will also retroactively apply to existing instances of these items. So let's say you have one of these items. Guess what, guys? It's going to get fixed, and it's going to get fixed on your character, which is a real bonus. Now that's my assumption. If you have the item, it is going to fix it. Next, they fixed an issue where the impact warning visual effect for Ashava's Slam did not display properly. Very cool. Fixed an issue where the Druid's Wolves were not applying Fortify with the Ferocious Wolfpack upgrade. Fortify is very important. Those who run pits, those who run Infernal Hordes know exactly what I am talking about. Okay, now this is important. This is a good one for the Necros. Fixed an issue where the damage from the Ring of Mendeln was not properly scaling with all of the bonuses that it should. Some people call this the Ring of Mendelin. There is no I between L and N. It is the Ring of Mendeln. Okay, next one. Fixed an issue. Yeah, I'm a grammar Nazi, I guess. Who knows? Fixed an issue where completing a pit run within a certain time that should count for unlocking additional pit tiers did not unlock the expected number of tiers. That's a real big one, and guys, we appreciate the fix on that. Fixed an issue where one echo attack could immediately follow another in certain scenarios during a pit boss encounter. Now for me, for the Necro that I have built, the Blood Wave, the title aspect actually creates 2 additional waves, if I'm not mistaken. So let's jump in and let's take a quick look at the title Bonebreaker that I have. Let's roll down. Okay, Blood Wave fires 2 additional waves, each dealing 480% of normal damage. Now normal it's 400 to 480. Mine is fully upgraded. I'm getting the full amount of damage. of normal damage, but you can no longer recast it until the last wave ends. Now, being able to blast blood waves would just be insanely, OP. It would really destroy things. So I've never seen uh, anything give me that. Now the echo may have to do with another skill. That's my assumption here. So all good. All right, so let me see where I'm at here. Okay, last one under gameplay. Fixed an issue where the Echo of Lilith could repeatedly use her Death from Above ability if staggered immediately after she landed. Okay, and that's a good thing because defeating the Echo of Lilith is tough enough as it is. I mean, it's easy enough to go through it if you know what you're doing. I watch YouTube videos from other content creators on how to get it done. It was well explained. I was able to get in and get it taken care of and defeat her without any problem. So a positive thing there. Okay, let's talk about fixes to user interface and user experience. Quality of life stuff here. Fixed an issue with the icon on an item denoting it's a part of an armory loadout would persist on items even if they were no longer part of a loadout. So remember how they had disabled the armory? Tuesday, I'm guessing they're going to re-enable it and with the issue taken care of so that we'll be able to use the armory again, which is very, very cool. Fixed an issue where items could not be marked as favorite or junk if they were part of an armory loadout. Now, to me, making an item a favorite is very, very important because if you go out, you're doing a lot of runs, you've got a full equipment box, and you're actually trying to, no, actually, it's something different. So you go out, you do your runs, you come back, you find that your chest is blinking on the screen. You come over to the chest, and of course, I don't have any right now, but it would show you a screen where you have up to 10 items that you have forgotten in the area. You can come to your stash, you can pick those items up. But if you're not watching what you're doing, boom, 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 and you pull something out of your stash that you don't want to. It has happened to me multiple times with the Harlequin quest. I have to be careful there. And if you're not really paying attention, you go to your blacksmith, all of a sudden that could be deleted. The same thing for your gear. If you're just not really paying a close attention to and you're pressing buttons, you could swap out one of your pieces of gear, no matter what it is, for something that you actually had in your equipment slot. And if it's not favorited and you go to salvage, that piece of equipment is gone. By favoriting your equipment, when you go to your blacksmith, in fact, here's what we're going to do. We're going to unequip this piece, which is my weapon of choice and as part of the build as prescribed by maxroll.gg. You go to your blacksmith and see, you tell them if you're in the salvage screen, if you'll notice that piece of equipment, even when you go over to your inventory, is blacked out. The reason it's blacked out is because I have made it a favorite. If it's blacked out like this, guess what, guys? It's not salvageable. So my recommendation is favorite your gear. It is important that you do. It is going to save you a ton of grief. Now, with this fix that they talked about, fixed an issue where items could not be marked as favorite or junk if they were part of an armory loadout. That's a positive thing. Guys, thank you so very much for that. Thank you for noticing it. Thank you for fixing it. Next, they fixed an issue where party finder listings for the pit or the Undercity, and of course we all know where the Undercity is, and for those of you who don't, I'm going to go on ahead and go there and show you. The Undercity lies in Kuros. Now this is specifically for those of you who own the Vessel of Hatred, because if you do not own Vessel of Hatred, guess what? You don't have access to this, and you don't have access to runes. get the Vessel of Hatred. It makes a huge difference, not only in terms of your gameplay, simply by allowing you not only to get runes, but also to come to the Kurast Bazaar and go to the Undercity where you can get other stuff. So the Kurast Undercity is there, or that's the bazaar. We're going to go on ahead and we're going to take a small trip. I'll go down there and show you exactly where it's at, you know, for those of you who don't know. Oh, good vape. All right, here we are. Now, for some strange reason, I always find this place to be really laggy. So what I do is I set for just a second, give my, the game time to catch up with everything where I'm at and all of this. And we are going to go over this away. We're going to take these stairs. We're going to take the stairs going down. And this is where you can access the Kurast Undercity. Now, to be able to access this, granted, you have to have completed the quest. Once you've completed the entire quest line, then you start getting drops of these items. Let me go on ahead and zip over here. You start getting this stuff, tributes. And tributes are what make the Undercity worth going to. All right, so let's sit back to Saragar and let's continue to talk about the upgrades that they have taken care of. Now, there is a developer's note concerning the party finder listings for the pit or the Undercity of Kurast appeared joinable. Now, here's the way that you access the pit, the portal activator, the artificer's obelisk. So let's see what the developer's note says. These listings will not automatically delist will not be automatically delisted when a run is in progress but can't be joined during an active run. So very cool there. On to the next. Fixed an issue where entering a space in the character's name field could cause the field to malfunction. Interesting. I never saw that, but evidently they did and they fixed it. Thank you, Blizzard. Fixed an issue where bonuses to minion damage did not appear correctly in the character stats window. Now, I ran minions when I was leveling Max Roll GG as part of the Bloodwave Necromancer build. They offer two options. They offer a leveling option, and then they also offer an end game option. So for the leveling guide for this character, they suggested run minions. I never saw any major issues where that was concerned, but that does not mean that there weren't. So that's very important. All right, let's go on to the next one. Fixed an issue where the first input when playing on a controller would not function in the modify items section of the wardrobe for the Necromancer, Druid, and Sorcerer. Being on a PS4, that's of a huge help to me. Thank you, Blizzard. Fixed an issue where gems could appear as unsalvageable in the salvage menu. I've never experienced that in my gameplay. Whenever I had, let's say, I was replacing a gem. Of course, all of my gems are now where they should be for my in-game build. But let's say specifically for a topaz. There was one point, let's go to my character screen, and we're going to go up to my profile. That's the easiest way to do it. So on Kasemi's Legacy here, and there are better out there, I'd love to have a better one. I had two different topazes in them. I had a grand topaz, and then I had the smaller topaz in it. I was able to, once I was able to make another grand topaz, you know, you go in, you do the unsocket, and then you salvage the one that was originally there, the one that you're not going to use. Perfect thing to be able to do. You know, if that was an issue, guys, thank you for fixing it. Like I said, I never experienced that. All right, on to the next. Fixed an issue where the modify pigment button in the wardrobe did not function properly in certain scenarios. Never had any problem with that, but Blizzard saw it. Blizzard fixed it. Thank you, Blizzard. Fixed an issue with a tooltip for the Barbarian's aggressive resistance. Did not update as it was being upgraded. I'm not a big, I've never really played a Barb tune, even all the way back to Diablo 2 when I was involved. I was in, with Diablo 2, I had a Boazon, Amazon that used the Wind Force. Did never play the Javazon, but from what I saw, they were also quite powerful. Also played a Cold Sorceress. So I've never really been into the Barbarian thing, but for those who like the Barbarian tunes, and hey, it's a choice. It's gameplay. Play what makes you feel happy. Play what you enjoy most, by all means. People were noticing an issue there. That issue was fixed. So on behalf of those who like Barbarian tunes, thank you very much, Blizzard. I do greatly appreciate you. All right, down to the last two here. These are miscellaneous fixes. They fixed an issue where the player would be charged currency twice for opening a portal to the pit. I never really noticed that, but if that was the case, again, thank you, Blizzard, because, opening that pit, being able to go into a pit run and do everything, and we're going to talk more about pit runs later in this live video. Being charged twice, no fun. I mean, hey, you pay for one, you shouldn't pay twice for it. So, yeah. Various stability, performance, visual, audio, and UI improvements. So, guys, thank you for staying on that. Now, here's the fun one. This is one they snuck in on us. Future plans. Okay, so they are, Blizzard, they are going to make a new DLC. Had to think of the word there. They're making a new bit of downloadable content for Diablo 4. And if I'm not mistaken, I think the word was we will see it somewhere in 2026. We don't know exactly what it's going to be. The Blizzard dev team has remained so far very tight-lipped about this new thing that's coming for all of us who love Diablo 4, which I do. So I'm really excited to see where that's going to go. Now, with the patch notes out of the way, let's talk about what's going on this season that a lot of people have seen. Nerfs have been dropped to hell and back, folks. Dropped to hell and back. Let me show you exactly what I'm talking about. All right. We're going to go over, we're going to hit an artificer's pit, and I'm going to run this, but the reason I'm going to run this is to show you what I'm talking about in terms of nerfs. Okay. So, before I go in, as always, I am going to Elixir of Fortitude myself. There we go. I'm going to hit some Redamine Buzz. I'm going to hit some Soothing Spices, and I'm going to hit some Sage's Whisper. So with that said and done, I'm going to activate this. Let's go back, let's say to a P120, okay? P120. Now, if I'm not mistaken, and I could be 100% wrong here, the highest this thing goes is like 150. So at P120, I should be getting good drops. I should see more than one 1GA drop. I think that I should be seeing a predominance of 1GA drops and a few 2GA, maybe the occasional 3GA drops. But that's not what I'm seeing. So, 119. That'll work. That'll work. Let's go. All right. So, let me get in here, and we're going to run this, and I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about. It may do it. It may not. But if it does, I'm going to point it out. All righty. Pit run.
The
Oh, yum. I love these open areas. They thrill me to no end. There we go. Gather them up, guys. Melinda the Blenda until such time that my attack rating actually comes up to 208. Guys, don't shoot arrows at me while I'm trying to talk to the nice people. Go away. Alright, we're going to go over here. Hi, guys. Alright, we're through with them. Let's knock out these two clowns. Pick up our blood orbs. Move to the next group. And of course, Blood Wave does have this wonderful thing where it actually pulls those on the periphery of the wave in. And once again, Pyronado comes in clutch. Everybody can see me. I want to gather them all together. Come on, guys. Let's go. Come on. Everybody get together. Be happy. Picking up those blood orbs. Fully enjoying it. Let's go. There's another one. Another little group pop. We've got some more coming in. Yeah, guys, I see all of y'all. Come on. Come on. Let's get together. Let's get together. You don't want to wait too long on that because your attack rating will drop when you do.
I'm not ready yet.
So always, you know, try to get these guys done. Where are you going? Where are you going, buddy? There's another group. Now, I'm not running this for time or anything like that, folks. I'm just mucking around here. That looks like a nice group. Let's turn those clowns into mincemeat. Somebody threw a fear spell. Didn't work because I was able to kill them. There we go. And, oh. Where are you going, sweetheart? Where are you going? Alright, back up. We've got another massive group up here. Let's go on ahead and pop these guys. Here comes the group. Hi, guys. Get a little bit of washing machine action going there. And Cajun and I were playing the other night. Old man Cajun, my partner in crime, who's been on one of our evening live feeds. We were joking about how it's not the blood wave that kills them when they, you know, do this bouncing act. It's the whiplash. We got tickled about it and said, oh yeah. See that melon head bobbling and wobbling on the top while you trying to cast a spell. Oh, I see what you guys are doing. That was not nice. Alright, on we go. Let's knock out these clowns down here. Go on ahead and grab all these wonderful blood orbs. Hey, we got a nice little group up here. Let's go on ahead and smash them. We've already found one of the things that we needed to find. Alright, so let's run back the other direction because this is where the rest of these clowns are going to be. On to the second section of this P119. Alright. Getting settled in here. It's a little chilly here. Got a hoodie on. I'm nice and comfy. Alright. There's the first group. We'll see you guys later. Yeah, I see you thinking that you're going to escape the blender. But I'm sorry, you're not. Okay, so we've got another room full over here, which is perfect.
I'm not ready yet.
Oh, he's not ready yet. Yeah, I'm going to keep hammering, guys. Y'all might as well just give up the ghost and die. Alright, blood orbs maxed out. I hate those guys. I hate those shamans. They sit around with a baby rattle and for some strange reason are able to raise everybody up from the dead. They are more of a pain in the ding-dong than they are worth. There's another nice little group. Let's go on ahead and smash them. And of course, this Oracle doesn't deserve to live either. And the little poopy, we're going to go on ahead and smack him. His big brother bought the big one. Oh, yum tasty. I took 2 rounds of blood waves. I threw a third one just to be sure. But I'm also going to go back and handle up on this little group right here. Alright, they're done. let's keep rolling. Alright, we've got a little group right up here. Let's go ahead and smash them. Second blood wave just to be sure. You little splody shites. Alright, let's go over here. We've got a nice little group right here. Splatnik. Oh, that was not nice. Let me return the favor with an extreme blood wave clap. Oh, yes. Thank you. Piranado came in clutch. Alright, on we go, on we go, on we go. Yeah, I'll knock out these two little poopy heads outside the door. I saw that. You were trying to get me with them big old fangs. Need some braces. Big snaggletooth thing, you. Alright, grab these blood orbs and let's head back down the hall here. We've got a clown there that was begging for it. Let's grab these blood orbs. Oh, nice little group right there. Thank you very much. And we'll go in and just take care of the rest of them. This one is trying to be difficult, but we are going to smash him the same as we have smashed everybody else. Time for you to die, Shaman. Thank you. We've got a room full back here. Yum tasty. I was on the butt piercing machine there. I'm not interested. And here we go. Alright, so this is the part that I'm talking about. Let's go in and kill the boss. Here we go, here we go. And we've got Slither. Hey, Slither, how's it hanging there, buddy? I'll drop a couple of blood waves on you, make you nice and comfortable. All the smashing. You stuck them nasty tentacules out at me. Alright, so this was kind of the exception here. So, a lot of legendaries. I have one set of GA gloves and a one GA axe, okay? Now, according to what the devs have said, the way that they scaled this back was, or the reason they scaled it back was so that the GA drops would be better drops. The 2 GA drops would be better drops. But folks, I have come in and run these, and we're gonna hang on, just let me gather all of this stuff up. Come on. Let's gather it all up, and I'm gonna come here to the glyph stone. I'm gonna go down and look and see. I've got a couple that need upgrading, so let's go on ahead and get them upgraded. Probably should have just gone through all the other ones. Alright, I'm gonna go back to town. We're gonna sell this stuff, and we're gonna hit a pit again. What I'm trying to get across to you is I have run high level pits, 120s. Now I've not gone above 120 yet, I'll be the first to admit, but in a 120 pit I should not see a set of magic gloves drop. I should not see a set of rare, any kind of rare item drop, okay? Magic item drops, rare item drops should not even appear in anything above like P100. It shouldn't, period. But yet it does. We're going to run another pit, and I'm going to see if I can get it to do what I said it was doing. Because otherwise, I'm looking like kind of bad. Okay, so we're deleting all of this stuff. I'm looking specifically for 2 GA items at this point. Alright, so let's change this to a P120 this time, which is what we were going to originally run. Pop it open. Thank you. And I've got a phone call that I'm not going to take this morning. Alright, the pit. Let's jump into the pit. We're going to hit it again. Now, before I do that, I need to send a message to this caller right quick. So please give me a second to get this done. All right. Okay. Here we go. Thank you guys for being patient. Okay, so same place, no big deal. We're a little bit behind on time, but it's not like that's going to be an issue because we're going to be able to come in and just destroy everything. All right, let's move to the next nice sized group. And of course, you guys know the story, rinse and repeat here, right? Oh, we had a jug of explodey stuff. All right, so moving on. Let's get down here in this area where we've got a nice passel of them. Pyronado came in, kind of clutch there, very cool. All right, I'm gonna go over here to the side where looks like we've got a nice little group, perfect. Pyronado helped out there as well. Sometimes I find that Pyronado doesn't do exactly what it's supposed to do. I mean, when it first appears, yeah, it pulls people in. But afterwards, it seems like Pyronado just kind of sits there and doesn't do what it's supposed to do. That I don't know if that's an issue that anyone else has seen. See, like that original, when it first appears, it's like heavy duty. But see, like right now, it's not really doing what it should do. It just kind of moves off to the side. I've got more than, you know, 2 other people here, or two other enemies standing there, and Pyronado's acting like, oh, well, I'm not going to pull them in. That's your job. All right, there we go. So there was the initial Pyronado. Let's go on ahead and toss down another blood wave, knock out the rest of those clowns. Yeah, I see you guys there. Alright. I see another good group down here. I want to go smash them. Perfect. Let's keep going. Here's another little bunch.
I need more time.
Uh-oh. Root! Let me go grab a blood orb. Come on out, guys. Let's talk. That's what I thought. And they got, of course, the one little dude who doesn't want to come out of there because he knows he's going to get butt kicked, right? All right, here we go. Another good group. Perfect. Third blood wave wasn't necessary, but I threw it anyway, right? All right, let's keep going here. Yeah, guys, come on out. Get all grouped up here. Thank you. Pyronado finally came in and said, let me gather these clowns up for you. There's a second unnecessary blood wave, making 100% sure everything's dead, and on to the next pit level. All right, we're going to do this once or twice more to see if I can get this to do exactly what I said it was doing. Oh, hello everyone. How y'all doing? And how did that one escape from the Pyronado? Explain that one to me. It shouldn't have been able to. The Pyronado is supposed to pull enemies in. Okay, wasn't a need for a second blood wave there. Alright, we've got a lot of little poopies right here. One blood wave took care of them. Perfect. There's another cast. We won't have to worry about those 2 little buttholes either. Okay, let's go in the big room. We've got a couple of elites in here that's going to put a big ding 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 on the moving forward. No elites here, but guess what? It's a nice sized group, so I'm going to hit it anyway. You guys just want to come in the room and see what's going on. There's a case of curiosity killed the dang cat. Alright, moving up. Another good group right here. Perfect. And we'll go on ahead and grab that protection shrine. No need not to. Okay, another good group here. Come on, guys.
I'm not ready yet.
We got Melinda the Belinda going on here with some of these folks. Trust me. I'm gonna get you on it. I'm gonna get you. There's another small group. Got some pretty good damage numbers. I'm not gonna fuss. Yep, blap. Hit them another direction, make the whiplash even worse, you know. Hi guys. Oh man, the mustache is itching this morning. Let me go ahead and slam these guys. We got clowns coming in from the other room that really want some attention and some love. Let's go on ahead and give them what they want. Alright, thought that blood vermin was going to ask for one more, but he didn't. But it looks like we've got a nice little bunch right here. Okay, the blood vermin died on that one. Alright, let's continue to move through the dungeon here, the pit. Alright, there we go. That's a good group. And it's open. Super. Guardian's Lair. Alright, let's see if it's going to do it this time. Everything's charged up. Let's go kill the boss. Hi, guy. And he puked out. Okay, it's making a liar out of me. This time, I got 2 1GA drops and an Ancestral Helm. Okay, so here's, like I said, the thing that I was seeing, and this is on P120s, guys. The thing that I saw was magic items and rare items were dropping. That should not happen. What you just saw is probably what we should be seeing out of a pit. So I don't know, maybe somebody decided they needed to fix this and it was all good. Alright, so let's upgrade this one. Super. Gonna upgrade that one, gonna upgrade that one, and we're gonna upgrade that one. All of the glyphs needed for my build are already at 100. So in case I want to do anything else this season, I'm just going back through and busting out all of them. That's what we should be seeing. Nightmare dungeons, to me, the same thing. I should not see a magic or a rare drop. What I should be seeing is legendary drops with better chances for 1 GAs, 2 GAs, 3 GAs, and unique stuff. It's the same thing for the hordes, or the same thing over in in Helltides. I should really be seeing better drops. So what had happened was Old Man Cajun and I, we kind of got a little frustrated about it. It's like, man, we got to figure this out. What is going on? Why are we getting? We're going to go ahead and just trash all this stuff. Why are we getting these low-level drops when we should be seeing better drops? What we came up with was just, I guess you would call it a shot in the dark. We had been running hordes, we had been running pits, we had been running nightmare dungeons, and this on T4, where the drop should be hellacious, okay? We saw better drops last season, both in GA items and runes, than we're seeing this season. Hell, you can't even gamble. I don't even think. Let's check just for grins and giggles. I'm looking for a two-handed mace that's gonna be 2GA, something that I can use.
Hello, bad poor. Hello, shining beauty. Well, shame that. Well, there's hello, shining beauty.
And we dropped one. Okay, let's look and see. A bone breaker, which is the base two-handed mace that is required to build this booger the way that he needs to be built. And this is, again, I'm talking about based on the maxroll.gg build, I don't see a 1GA anywhere. I see 1, 2, 3, 4 legendaries, but no ancestrals. We used to be able to gamble ancestrals from, oh, what's his name here? Not anymore. They nerfed it. And it's frustrating because if you're not getting the drops in the field, you know, you could always come here and try to gamble a few. Not anymore. So what we decided to try was to run root holds. Now, we weren't even seeing 1GA drops, okay, guys? We weren't even seeing 1GA drops. So we tried a root hold, and lo and behold, we start seeing 1 and 2 GA drops. I'm like, well, if this holds true, shouldn't we be able to run witch hunts and get better drops there? That's what we did. Lo and behold, 1 GAs, 2 GAs started dropping. Now, are there some rares that drop? Yes, but I didn't see any magics. But we should be seeing, you know, just in regular activities, we should be seeing better drops. But no, not a chance. I cannot tell you how many stacks of exquisite blood that I have gone through and not found any better Kasemi's Legacy than this 1GA with the GA where it should be on chance for Blood Wave to deal double damage. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, I think I have some Kasemi's Legacy here and thing. Okay, look. That's Tybalt's Will. Okay, Kasemi's Legacy. 30% damage while fortified. That's not where the GA should be. It should be either on chance for a Blood Wave to deal double damage or your Blood Wave cooldown. Here's another one. That's in the right place, 52.5. Here's another one. It's on ultimate damage. Here's another one. This is the kind of stuff that we kept seeing and I kept keeping for any young Necro coming up who was looking to try to get Kasemi's Legacy on their character so that they could get that Blood Wave forming on each side of their tune. Now, granted, I do sell these. Now, to me, I look at it this way. 1 GA, 500 million. 2 GA, a billion. 3 GA, 1.5. But see, that's not the way it's going. There's some trade websites that I've gone to, and I've seen people offering 2 GA Kasemi's Legacy, chance for Blood Wave to deal double damage, and the 22% are on Blood Wave cooldown. I've seen these guys trying to sell them for 100 billion. Literally 100 billion. Are you crazy? Greedy people. The drops just aren't coming. So our solution, like I said, was to start running root holds and to go back to running, you know, the witch tides. And we found better drops there. To wit, I have been able to improve on one ring so far, a 2 GA ring. This was originally This was originally 1 GA. In fact, I still have the 1 GA in my stash. I don't think I'm going to find a 2 GA Ocelot's Eye that has everything on it, so I'm not going to fuss about this. Still need to try to find a 2 GA here, okay? Let's see. 1 GA on my Tidal Bonebreaker. I'd like to see a 2 GA. Not coming. Sovereign Degrees of Assistance. 1 GA. Nothing happening. I did manage to find some 2 GA gloves that would work. Perfect. Happy about that. So, if you're having problems finding drops, and yes, we ran Undercity. Excuse me, guys. We didn't find any better drops there. Try going back to running witch tides if you stopped running witch tides once you got all the seasonal stuff, the bonuses taken care of. Try going back and running them. And I think what you're going to find is that your drops are going to improve. Now, let's talk about gambling with Cetus. Now, we all know, and for those of you who are new, I'm going to go on ahead and explain this. We all know that you can make mythic uniques, okay? These are like the rarest drops in game. They do not come very easily. So many people have gone to use this methodology. Now, by completing certain things in game that you're supposed to complete, you get these resplendent sparks. I am currently very blessed to have 8 resplendent sparks. But let's say you need the Heir of Perdition helm. What you can do is you can come over here, you can talk to the jeweler, and you can scroll over to this point right here. Rune crafting. Mythic uniques. You can make all of the items, the mythic unique items, in game by coming and talking with the jeweler. So, let's say you needed the Heir of Perdition. You can craft an Heir of Perdition. I crafted mine here and came out with a 2GA. I was very, very, very surprised, but very, very, very happy at the same time. Let's talk about materials that you'll need. So there's the resplendent sparks, okay? 2 resplendent sparks. Now here's where it gets a little tougher. You're going to need 6 jaw runes. Jaws are legendary runes. They're hard to come by. They're not dropping in game as well as they should. A lot of people are saying they're getting good rune drops going to the Undercity. I've run my share of Undercity for runes and didn't come out with a dang thing besides yellows and blues. In other words, rares and magics. I didn't come out with any legendaries. So this is another place where I'm saying, hey guys, I think you've hit the drops a little too hard. Make them a little bit more available for people. Either that or become a very savvy trader. Use the trade function in the game, folks. That's one of the things that I love most about this game is trading. Okay, so you'd need 6 jaw runes, 6 Q runes, and 6 gar runes. Qs and gars aren't that hard to come by. In fact, let's go over and let's take a look at my rune stash. Okay, where is, let's see, Fios, Neos, Nox, Pox, okay, not there, hang on, let's see what we got here, Sim, Seer, Moni, Yax, and Zan. Alright, let's go down here. 32 Checks, Cries, Lax, Mots, Nurs, Quacks, Qs. I have 29 Q runes. And that's just from the beginning of the season, okay? And what was the other one? I think it was Moni. Let's go back and look. So we know we've got more than enough Q runes.
There's power in these stones.
Yes, I know there's power in the stones. That's what I'm trying to tell the people. Thank you for reminding me. Boop. Alright, so let's go back down to the Heir of Perdition. Let's show our thing. So we know we've got the Q runes. We need 6 gar runes. I've probably got 20 or better gar runes in the stash. The thing that's hard to find is the jaws. I really think that of all things, of all of the major fixes that Blizzard has done to help us out, guys, thank you very much. I'm not trying to, badmouth Blizzard in any way because I like the product that they've put out. I loved Diablo 2. I love Diablo 3. Diablo 2 Resurrected was great. My problem with Diablo 2 Resurrected, no trade channel for console players. It stunk. Trade is half of this game to me. You can go through and do everything. Diablo 2, in its early days when it was solidly on PC, had a thriving trade network, which was pretty amazing. I mean, that was where you would go to get the stuff that you needed to be able to get. Then the only thing that you're left with in D2, Resurrected, was to go to trade websites. And half the time, the people who were trading stuff weren't even watching the website to know when they had received, an offer on a trade, or when somebody saw something that they were trying to trade off for something. Somebody would come, hey, I've got the materials you requested. I'd like to have the item that you're trading. They wouldn't check. Having the trade network is very, very important. So, yeah. Going back to what we were talking about, which I have in the title, the other way that you can get Mythic Uniques is to come talk with Cetus, okay? You're going to scroll over to crafted items, forge equipment, okay? You can craft a blacksmith cache, or you can craft Mythic Uniques. I'm sitting at home yesterday morning, just finished a great breakfast. I was happy and full and sipping on a cup of coffee and had a little glass of orange juice with me. I mean, just happy as a bug in a rug. And Old Man Cajun texts me. And I'm going to, okay, let's see. He's like, oh my God, OMG, you'll never believe what I just got, LOL. And I'm like, don't make me pop a boner on Sunday, dude. And then he sends me a picture of a 4GA Shroud of False Death. Ultra rare, okay? I'm like, damn, too late, Sunday morning boner, grats. He's like, laughing my ass off. I said, he's like, I made it at the blacksmith, gambled 50 million. I'm like, okay. So then I get in, I am actually in chat channel, PSN chat channel talking with him, where we have a chat channel specifically for NGRU clanners. And I'm like, don't tell me you got that on the first roll. He's like, I got it on the first roll. Oh my God. So yesterday evening, Old Man Cajun and I were on with my nephew, NGRU Ghost, and we're all just kind of bantering back and forth. And he says, I'm going to go gamble a couple of these. I'm like, damn it, Cajun, you're making me want to go do it. So I go do it as well. I came out
Use it well.
with this. Hang on, scrolling up. A 3GA Shroud of False Death. My original one was a 1GA. Now I went ahead and scrapped it so that I could get a resplendent spark out of it, because anytime you scrap a ancestral mythic, you're always going to get a resplendent spark. I think it's one per item. Now the blacksmith requires 2 plus 50 million, 2 resplendent sparks plus 50 million. Okay, so grins and giggles. Let's try this morning. All right, let's interact. Let's go over here. Mythic Uniques. Okay. Let's see. I can do 4 of them. I'm only going to do 2. Let's see what it gives us. Craft, we're going to do 2. Accept. Okay, so we've got both of them. We've just crafted. Now, this is a gamble, guys. This doesn't mean you're always going to get good stuff. You may get a no GA mythic. And I may have 2 no GA mythics in my equipment box. But let's take a look. Okay? So we're going to use this one. Uh-oh, chest armor, 1 GA.
I expect you to eat that.
And a 2-handed sword, 1 GA. Okay. So, but here's the thing. It's a GA. At least it's 1 GA. So let's pick these 2 items up and see what we got. Okay, the first thing I got was a 1 GA Shroud of False Death. Now, granted, the GA isn't where I would want it to be, which is damage on next attack after entering stealth. Okay? It's not there. We got a Grandfather. I don't use the Grandfather, but there are builds that do. I'm not sure where where guys would want this to be. I don't know if it should be on maximum life or maximum resource or stats. This one's on 450% damage. I'm not going to use either of these items. I think what I'm going to do though is I'm going to keep the 1 GA Shroud of False Death, because I have given some thought to building a Blood Surge this season, simply because the Blood Surge has insane AoE damage. So we're going to drop that in. And since I'm not going to use, since we're not going to use the Grandfather, I'm going to go on ahead and salvage it. And of the 4 that I spent, I got 1 back. If I had, salvaged the Shroud that I just got, I would have got another one. But it's another viable method, folks. I mean, there's lots of ways to do it. There's no guarantee you're going to get what you need. It is a gamble. But hey, you spend 2, you get 1 back. Maybe not a bad idea for you guys. Instead of spending all those billions and billions on runes, head to the blacksmith. Try gambling some stuff off. Now I can see, hey, Storm, I only have 2 resplendent sparks, okay? And I've got all the runes I need except for maybe 2 of the jaw runes. I've had 4 jaw runes drop for me. I just need 2 more, and I'm thinking I can trade for them. You know what I'm going to say? Trade for them. Don't waste them gambling. But when you have a surplus, come take a gamble. You might be surprised at what drops for you. I know I was yesterday with the 3 GA drop. And old man Cajun, he was tickled pink with a 4 GA drop on his armor. Shroud of False Death. So, anyway, guys, that's pretty much it for everything that I wanted to try to impart to you today. I hope that you found the live stream, this video, which will later be posted to my channel under live feeds. I hope that you found this interesting. I hope that this has answered some questions for you. I hope that you have enjoyed and liked and found out something new on what you've seen. Again, as I asked in the very beginning of the video, hey, if you saw something here that, hey, I didn't know that. If you saw something that, hey, I agree. This, maybe something should be done here. If you saw something that, hey, maybe I'll take a chance on that. Guys, easy to do. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the notification bell. That way you'll know when I'm on live. And it doesn't take but 2 seconds. It really helps me out with the YouTube algorithm. And I would love to have you as a subscriber. So please, 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 if you have a chance, take the time to do so. With everything said and done on this video, guys, thank you so very much for coming by and hanging out with me. I always enjoy the company that I get with each and every one of you. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section. I'll do my best to get back to you. Much love, everybody. Peace out. Have a great week, and I look forward to our next live session together. Much love. Take care. NGRU Storm signing out. Take care, guys.